Have you ever worked really hard for something and you did it kind of the hard way and it felt so much better than it would have if you would have taken the easy way out? This is called sweat equity. And what that means is you took the hard way. It's like mowing the grass, but with scissors. I like cameras that are all manual. I love Fujifilm cameras, I love Leicas, because you have to actually work harder for your images. And once you get the image that you were looking for, it feels so much better than having to rely on AI and all types of autofocusing. It's just really nice to be one with the camera, and that is one reason that I picked up my dream camera, the Leica M10. So let's talk about nostalgia. It's like having an old motorcycle like this, and you know, something that you can work on yourself, fix it however you need to, just like the Leica. Can put it together pretty well and take it apart. There's an unthinkable amount of lenses that you can get for the Leica M mount system because it has not changed since its development in the 1950s, which is a beautiful thing. This is a way to make your photos actually look like they were taken in a different decade, and that is astounding. So I believe if you know anything about the Leica system, you know that the focus system is a bit different than your traditional digital camera systems. So instead of having autofocus, everything is fully manual focus, just like on a film camera. And that is one other reason that I love it. So all you have to do is get the patch, and while you're focusing, it lines up with your subject until it is crossed over perfectly. And the parallax meets in the middle and makes a perfect image, and then you snap your photo. The Leica M10 is notorious for having blown out highlights and no highlight retention whatsoever. So you have to protect those highlights by shooting one stop under, which means you have to underexpose your image because the shadows are usually safe. And I know in 2024 that's kind of hard to wrap your head around because we have all of these high dynamic range cameras, but this brings in such a great challenge for you as a photographer to showcase that you are, in fact, a very good photographer. And I'm not saying you're good because you have a Leica, I'm just saying it does give you that challenge, and it also pushes you a little bit harder than most cameras do today. And I know what you're thinking, this is probably some kind of measuring contest, am I right? Well, you're kind of wrong, in my opinion, and I'm gonna give you a few examples. I hear more times than not that Leicas are reserved for doctors and lawyers and people that make a ton of money, when in reality, all the people that I know that own Leicas are really hard-working photographers that save up to get this type of camera. And I've been shooting for well over 10 years as a professional photographer, and I'm just now getting the camera that I want. And I think that all you have to do is work your ass off and save up some money, and you don't have to go to school for 7 to 10 years to become a doctor, a lawyer, to purchase a Leica. That's just me though, so maybe that stigma should be actually crushed. So another reason that I got this camera is because of the warm tonalities that lean into the green quite a bit. And on top of that, I love the shutter sound. Overall, the experience with the Leica M10 is superb. It's just a really easy way to get away from everything else and really put yourself into the moment with the subject that you're photographing, not to mention that you also get to see what's around the frame rather than in the frame. So if something's coming into the frame, you'll see it before it actually happens. And you can also have two eyes open, just like this. So you can see far off that way. And another thing about this is that I have a very large nose. So having it on to the side rather than pushed up against the screen is very helpful for people with my disability. Now, don't get me wrong, I do love my Sony cameras and my Fujifilm. They are always going to be a part of me and the things that I love about photography, but there has to be something said about the Leica M10 and my pursuit to get this camera. It was not easy, it took a long time, and I'm very, very thankful that I am able to afford something like this over many years of saving and wishing that I could have it. And I just wanted to give you a few reasons that I picked up the Leica M10, my dream camera, and I hope that you look forward to seeing several other videos in the future about the Leica system. And I hope you guys enjoyed these photos and this video, and until next time, peace.